Yes, if you put money into the right crypto projects, you and I could be crypto billionaires sitting on our yachts, smoking overpriced cigars, acting like mob bosses, cruising on the French Riviera and laughing like really obnoxiously. Yes, you are early, and early is better than late. The Fed is gonna pivot, the economy is gonna be overinflated, and easy money is gonna be falling in and pouring into the economy and all these other crypto projects like Kool-Aid into our bladders. The last bull run, we saw massive run-ups, moonshot coins, and this one looks just as tasty. I'm a fat boy walking into a buffet ready to eat everything up. To me, success in crypto means you know what other people think will be popular. And one of the most popular narratives going on in crypto right now is crypto gaming. But I have a problem with 99% of crypto games. They are not fun. They're not fun. They're not fun. They look poorly developed, they look boring, and they look like I took a pixelated turd on your keyboard and tried to get you to play with it. And today I want to talk about one game in particular that I think could yield massive results within this next calendar year in light of what could it be. Roast me in the comments if you want, but I'm just going to tell you what I see, and the game is called Shrapnel. It's a first-person shooter on the blockchain utilizing NFTs, utilizing crypto gaming. And while I think Shrapnel is going to be an amazing game and super popular, in light of Illuvium, I think it's way better and way more promising for people like you and me. But what do I know? My name is Aaron. I'm just a cowboy with a lizard brain, gorilla arms, and diamond hands, just looking for the next crypto pump in this wild west of this crypto journey. But what I'm seeing from Shrapnel and that project, Papa likes. Shrapnel looks like this first-person shooter. It really looks sharp. The gameplay looks a lot of fun, high-paced. I see a lot of influencers trying to look and play their first looks at Shrapnel. There's a lot of Shrap token going around. They say they have AAA talent on their project here, and it just really looks clean. I mean, look at this, the specs on this, look at the graphics on it. It looks like they really took their time and care into this game. And one of the things that I am really concerned about is making sure a crypto game makes it game first, then crypto second. Because if the game is not fun, if it looks crappy, it looks pixelated, it looks boring, it's not gonna be fun. But this looks exciting. This looks like something that a lot of people would play, and I'm gonna show you a deep dive into the data behind this and making sure that, hey, our investment into this game, into this project is gonna really pay off in full swing once the crypto markets come around and the bull comes charging in. But right, I mean, like, look at this gameplay. It absolutely looks exciting to play with. It's something that I probably won't be good at myself, but I would enjoy trying to get better with. I'm not paid, I'm not sponsored by any of these guys. I'm just saying what I see is like, this might be something that would be interesting for me to invest some real. So let's just assume that this game is gonna be fun, right? If it's not fun, the project's dead in the water. If the game is fun, if Shrapnel is fun, we have to look at a few other things to really kind of start our brains going about whether or not this is a project we want to invest in. And to me, there are three things. One is philosophy in light of Illuvium. Two is price point, and three is user base, okay? It is community. And so let's just go right into this thing. This is Illuvium, right? And the graphics look super fun. Now, I've made some early access videos on my channel, me playing with it live, and to be honest, little boring. Now it's early access and that's fine, but I think the concept of the game is pretty boring, especially the arena part. I haven't played the overworld part, but the arena part, well, to me, it was pretty boring. Now, here's the philosophy that I was talking about. When you look in the games, you'll see here that there are actually 4 games that they're trying to play and build at one time. Now, if you play Arena, Overworld, and Zero, these are 3 different games. Arena is like the game that you saw me play. It's like, you know, you pick 5 monsters or Luvatars or whatever they're called, and you battle others, and you try to, you know, you're trying to battle them. So kind of like Pokemon, team-based Pokemon. Overworld is where you're exploring it. It's kind of like the metaverse or some kind of open world gameplay, something like Pal World or something like that. And Illuvium Zero is like a base building or Sim City building project. And if you work all 3 of these games, then you're building like your own base in between those games. Now, here's my problem with philosophy. How could you possibly be successful while building 4 games at the same time? They're gonna say, oh, you could do it, it's integrated and we could appeal to everyone. And that's my problem, is that if you try to appeal to everyone and every type of game, you'll probably end up appealing to no one. One part of the game will be lackluster, or another part will be lackluster, and you really ultimately, it's just about the money. It's just about building a game that makes it so that you are making money. And I'm not sure, maybe that works, maybe that doesn't. I saw this on Axie Infinity in the last bull run, but that was special. That was a different bull run. This time around, if you're building these games and they've been in production for 4 years or longer, to me, it makes more sense if you don't go and have four different games. Instead, actually, you just have really one game in Shrapnel, and you just like, okay, what do you guys do? We shoot people. That's what we do. You know, it's maybe there's types of games, right? Team deathmatch, capture the flag, but essentially it's one game. It's you're shooting people. These other games that Illuvium was trying to get, they are totally different games. Like Arena is totally different. It is a standalone game compared to its like this is an auto battler. It's a standalone game compared to its counterpart in Overworld. It is not even close. And so you're probably just using the same avatars. You definitely are, but you're playing a whole different game with a whole different concept, whole different controls, all that kind of stuff. This Arena, this auto battler wasn't. It said super addictive. Wasn't that addictive for me? Maybe it's not my type of game. Maybe I like particular other type of games. But I already know that everyone loves a good first-person shooter. I mean, all you look at all the biggest games, they're all first-person shooters. And Shrapnel can't lose at that. Then the other big user base for all these big games are what look like overworld games. So like World of Warcraft or Palmon or whatever, these overworld games. So you got that. Just focus on the overworld games, Illuvium. This is why I like Shrapnel. Not because I don't like Illuvium. I like Illuvium enough, but I love the fact that Shrapnel has a focused approach on gaming, and that would make it the likelihood of making it more fun. And again, the game first, then the crypto second, because the crypto is only supposed to be an additive to the gaming, a supplement to allow users to then make money from investing the time in the game and just playing it and having fun, rather than having a lackluster game and trying to, for the sole purposes of make money. So fun first, money second, game first, crypto second. So that's the first one, philosophy. The second one is the price point. If I look at Illuvium, you've got a market cap of $330 million. But it looks like right now, I mean, currently it's on some kind of rise and some moonshot, right? So this is the market saying like, hey, it's gonna go. It's predicting that it's getting exciting and going up. Now I think it might come back down from here and retrace, but either way, who knows what it's gonna do from here? It could keep on hiking up. I don't know. My point is, and if historically, if you want to get into Illuvium, it's a good price comparatively to like its $1,500 price, $1,600 price before. At $87, it's a bit of a bargain, but so is every other crypto game. However, in the last 7 days, you see this run up here. This is what gets me excited about Shrapnel, is because in the last 7 days, it's spiked for sure, but not in comparative to the month, compared to Illuvium's month. So if Illuvium is like the big market mover, $300 million market cap, this one is a fraction of that at $55 million. And it's just seeing this now price hike here in a 7-day time frame from 19 cents or about 19 cents, but on a 1 month time frame is like 30 cents, and even the year, since it just came out at 7, you're getting a pretty good look. As I'm like, okay, this might look really promising, especially on the 1 month and the 1 year. I'm looking at this as definitely a good price point to buy into, 23 cents. Now, can it go down from here? Of course it can, but the price point is based on your time frame of which you could stay in the market. If you're looking at a month, it's I don't care who tries to tell me they could read the charts, and in crypto, especially microcap coins, you're dating horoscope story. Like you're trying to predict the weather with voodoo and magic and smoke signals and looking at the stars. You can't do it, in my opinion. That's impossible. But I think on a 1 year time frame, looking at all the data collected and the incoming, what we all think is a bull run, with the halving, the ETF from Bitcoin, and the Fed pivots, I think those three big catalysts will turn a crypto market into a bull. However, anything can happen, but I do think that in a year's time, this is looking great. This is a great looking chart to me. I love it, especially with all those catalysts. Now, the third point is the data, and this is where I want to show you a lot of data, like user base and community. So let's start with the community. The community here for Illuvium is, you can see here, just shy of 300,000 followers on Twitter. And if you look at Twitter for Shrapnel, it's just shy of 370,000. So not too far behind Illuvium. So they've got just as big of as a follower base. I mean, like really similar follower base, but one is severely underpriced compared to the other one. Market cap, valuation, it's all underpriced, and it looks better, right? Or the philosophy is there. So that's one data point. The second data point is user rates. So this is by Meta Edge, and you can see here the popularity score. The purple is Illuvium, if you want to zoom in. The purple is Illuvium, and the red is Shrapnel. And you can see that these popularity is nearly the same. So why is the popularity the same? Why is the Twitter base, the community, why is that basically the same or very similar? And yet the prices do not match. And this is supposedly the #1 first-person shooter, #7 in Windows competitive. PvP. So there's a lot of development and a lot of big support for this, and I think the prices per token is looking good. I also took a look at the traffic data to their websites, and if you look down here, this is a very similar to the visits for January from 400,000 to 239. I mean, it dipped here, but this is a similar traffic pattern to what Illuvium was showing. If I just see this, now we're looking at Illuvium, and the traffic patterns are quite similar. Look, 400,000, 490, and then 365,000. So Shrapnel is slightly behind Illuvium, and yet Illuvium is so much more overpriced, or Shrapnel is underpriced. So just taking a look at all this data, these 3 data points: 1, the philosophy; 2, the price point; and 3, the usage data, or what would be popularity or community data. I'm really leaning heavily towards Shrapnel. Now, you could even get early access to this. A lot of these other YouTubers already have early. Your boy didn't get it. We're still small around here, but it's all good. I'm just calling what I see here. So this is something I really like. I'm really getting into, and I'm going to be sending some of my pennies towards. Am I going to wait till this kind of retraces? It's hard to say. I kind of like it at this price. I don't mind it, but that's for me. If I buy into it, it's not going to be big. But who knows? I'm a cowboy. I'm gonna do some wild stuff. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below of Shrapnel, even Shrapnel versus Illuvium. I'm not trying to dump on Illuvium here, but I just think that it's a little bit out of my price range for what I want to get in the return of this bull. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.